Hello there, guys. So welcome to the most expected live. So today we have a special topic, like with my client Nicoleta, which is doing right now. So we're gonna actually have to learn her own story and how she managed to lose. Okay, let me see. Hey there. Hey, can you hear me okay, Nicoleta? Are you okay?
Good evening. Hold on, I fixed the phone.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. I have the headset on.
Hey,
Right.
great. So welcome to the live. So the whole thing today is about you. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you some questions so people can know your story and all that stuff. And you're gonna give me some time so I will actually translate it in Greek as well
Yeah.
for the Greek speakers, and then we can move on. So how are you, first of all? Are you all right?
I'm great. Just fine. Had a beautiful day. Good workout. Everything is fine.
Perfect. I'm so glad about it. All right, then. So, first things first, I want you to actually tell us a little bit about your background and where you come from, and actually what things you have tried in the past for losing weight that didn't work out.
Yeah.
So, just give me a minute so I can translate that. Οπότε τώρα, παιδιά, στην ουσία η Νικολέτα θα μας περιγράψει από πού είναι, τι κάνει, τι έχει δοκιμάσει στο παρελθόν όσον αφορά την απώλεια βάρους και τι δεν πέτυχε. Go on, Nicoleta.
So, mind you, as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult, I was always a little bit overweight. And as an adult, I grew even more. So, since I can remember, I was always trying to find a way to decrease my weight, obviously. But I didn't want to be on a diet all the time. So I kept on searching. I found some diets, obviously. I've been on, you name it, whatever diet I was on it. But for the last years, I tried keto, which worked quite well. I was pleased to some point because it was still a diet. It was still a diet. I was not allowed to eat that and that and that, not particularly not fruits. And it started to bother me, this thing. And not to speak about sports, I never liked sports. Never, ever. Not as a kid, not as a teenager, never, ever. I could never imagine myself doing any sort of movement. For the last years, I started walking with my friends because I've noticed that it relaxes me a lot. It was still difficult, don't get me wrong, but I still did it because friends were there and we were working together, so it was fine. In the back of my mind, it was always, I need to find something to lose weight, to improve my health, because as an adult, it became a problem. I started to have serious health issues.
Like?
I have an autoimmune disease, which it's quite serious. I also have blood circulation problems. I got these big varicose veins that it can interfere in a serious way with my health, with my life, even if I'm not really careful. So that's a little bit of my background.
Okay, then. Just gonna give you a second to translate that. Αυτό που μας έχει πει η Νικολέτα, παιδιά, είναι ότι στην ουσία δοκίμασε διάφορες διατροφές. Αυτή που βρήκε περισσότερο ήταν η keto, αλλά παρόλα αυτά ένιωθε ότι ήταν πάλι μία μορφή δίαιτας περιοριστική. Οπότε αυτό την έκανε να αναζητήσει νέους τρόπους για να μπορέσει να χάσει το βάρος, γιατί ήταν και θέμα υγείας. Όπως ανέφερε πριν υπάρχουν κάποια αυτοάνοσα, υπάρχουν κάποια προβλήματα υγείας όπως με την κυκλοφορία του αίματος, οπότε περισσότερο βάρος σημαίνει περισσότερο πρόβλημα υγείας. Thank you for sharing this one, Nicoleta, actually. So I'm going to go because you actually called, you didn't like sports. So let's get down now to the most important things. Now, tell me more about what kind of self-limiting beliefs were holding you back, for example, to try a new program, to go for exercising and give it a go. Like, I don't have time, for example, and so on.
Yes, I'm a woman of 46 who lives in a countryside in Romania. So I'm not sure if you guys are aware of how much work and how many chores we here in the countryside we have to do daily. I'm running a little farm. I have a huge garden, I have a huge house, and I'm also a teacher, so I have a job. So all that started to be more and more difficult to do. First of all, I teach young kids, age of 5, 6, 7, and I so wanted to play with my children. I so wanted to be able to, you know, jump around, having those songs, head, shoulder, knees, and toes, you know how it goes. And they are always so sweet and asking me, come on, teacher, you join us, you do that. And I just couldn't. The weight and the lack of strength kept me away with this, and it was really bothering. Chores were getting more and more difficult to do each day. Even simple things like bending to pick up something from the floor, or even normal things that normal people would do. I would be out of breath because of these simple chores. So I really had to find something. Now we have TikTok. I was scrolling through TikTok, and every time I saw a clip about sport and things like that, I would just scroll. Okay, I'm not interested. I don't like sport. It was a limited belief, very limited belief. Mind you, I started to pay a little bit of attention and pressed like on one of your videos, as you know. Now you may wonder, why did I press? First of all, what kept my attention, it was that you are one simple guy who is working out home. No fancy equipment, no fancy gym, no fancy words, just simple. And I thought, maybe, I don't know, I just like the video, and a small thought arose into my head and said, maybe I can do some moves to start doing something. But I didn't contact you, I didn't do anything about it all the way, and so on. That was the first step. But that's what kept my attention first of all. That you were one simple guy speaking a normal language, like everybody would understand. And I checked your profile, saw the other videos, and say, well, maybe.
And that's how actually we started working together. You see TikTok from there,
yeah,
right?
It was from TikTok, right?
I will ask you this now, because you said, how did it make you feel when you were not able to play with your kids, with the kids you teach, because they wanted you to play, to be a part of their game? How did that make you feel that time?
When I couldn't play with them?
Yes, exactly.
Very sad and very frustrating somehow. I said, it cannot be. I'm getting older and probably gain even more weight if I'm not doing something about it. I know everybody is busy. I consider myself a very, very busy person. But if I don't put myself as a priority, everything stops there. You cannot move forward if you don't think that you deserve it and you are a priority. It's simple as that.
I totally hear you about that. Yeah, go on.
And every time I'm teaching daily, so every time my children would jump on me, hug me, because we have this kind of close relationship, I was out of breath. Oh my God, maybe he won't jump again. Or you know, if they drop something on the floor and I had to pick it up or something like this, it was just a nightmare. I try to keep things simple on the table. Just, it's sad to even admit this, but it was the situation, you know, it was the situation. So that was the first reason to play with my kids, to be able to offer my best to them. And obviously for my health and for my endless chores, and just become a better version
of yourself.
Myself, yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna translate a little bit in Greek now. So, αυτό μας λέει τώρα η Νικολέτα είναι στην ουσία ότι ήταν πολύ δύσκολο. Δηλαδή είναι δασκάλα, παράλληλα με το ότι έχει πολλές δουλειές στο σπίτι, πέρα από τις κανονικές, λόγω του ότι ζει σε ένα χωριό στην Ρουμανία, όπου καλλιεργούν μόνοι τους το φαγητό τους. Οπότε οι δουλειές είναι οι διπλάσιες, τριπλάσιες. Οπότε στην ουσία η Νικολέτα, πέρα από το ότι είχε να διαχειριστεί το επάγγελμά της, ο χρόνος ήταν πολύ περιορισμένος λόγω του ότι υπάρχουν καθημερινές δουλειές πέραν του σπιτιού. Οπότε για αυτή είναι ένας λόγος που ήθελε να ασχοληθεί με την άσκηση. Παρόλο που δεν της άρεσε, είναι ότι θέλει με τα παιδιά, δεν μπορούσε να παίξει, ούτε να σκύψει να κάνει τι καθημερινέ δουλειέ, οι οποίε όλο γινόταν οι πιο δύσκολε. Οπότε στην ουσία αυτό την όθησε να πει: θα δοκιμάσω κάτι διαφορετικό, παρόλο που δεν είχε ποτέ αγάπη για την άσκηση. So, Nicoleta, the beautiful thing, sorry, here, is actually that even you say, I don't like sports, okay? And my video dragged you actually to give it a go. And I remember you said, I will just try for a month. And then I know myself that I will stop. And tell me now how many months are we working together? Because I would like to see those self-limits being destroyed. Yes. How many months?
We are working together for the last 2 years. It's unbelievable. I cannot believe it. Yes, you're right. I did say, okay, but I can't jump because of my problems. I can't do that. I just wanted to put it into your face somehow. So don't. I don't like sports. I don't want to do it. And you said nicely and gently and in a professional way, come on, let's give it a month. If you don't want to work out after a month, that's fine, completely fine with me. But stop this belief and give it a month. Okay, I said yes for a month. Then it was very difficult, but I said I can push it another month and another month. And about maybe 4 or the 5th month, I had the thought, I think I like this. I think I
love this one. Yeah, go ahead.
About the pain in the muscles. Never ever have I done sport before, so how would I feel, right? Even if the weights were light, not heavy, and so on. But you being there, guiding through, and not being very pushy, and not very, you were very understanding, very understanding. That's a huge thing for me. Whenever I started to complain, no, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, it's too hard, you were just peaceful and trying to understand that have my back somehow. And after maybe 7, 8 months, one morning I just realized that I can't wait for the next day to work out. What happens to me? What is the problem?
I changed completely, right?
The problem. You know, yes. What got into me? What do you mean you can't wait to work out? It's unbelievable. And now after 24 months, it's just a routine, a habit that I would never give up. I'm telling you, I would never ever give up again. Not to say that I can easily play with my children. We can play whatever it is. I can easily do my chores, and I'm not just saying for the sake of saying it. It's a thing. It's a thing. Many times I'm working in the garden and I stop for a moment and think, I'm still breathing normally. I can even talk. You know, I'm digging, raking, whatever I'm doing, and I'm just like it's nothing. Or climb up the stairs and wash the windows, or you name it, whatever. I can do whatever without great difficulty right now. And I can do it for a longer period of time, not just doing a little bit and at the end of the day to be dead tired. No, I'm great. And my health has improved tremendously. I've started with having a lot of pills, a lot of treatments, a lot of from the doctors.
Have you been using many pills and stuff like that before exercise?
Yes. And then one by one I dropped them because of sport. My blood is flowing regularly now. The autoimmune disease is back to almost normal. This autoimmune disease, they never go completely, but almost like I don't have anything. I'm just great. And I wake up every morning with a good feeling. All right, come on, let's work out for the day. And I'm so grateful that I met you and I started this. I cannot say how much I appreciate. And again, it's not just for the sake of saying it. It's a fact. It's a fact.
It's real. I appreciate that a lot. But likewise, of course, you know that we have talked that many times. So just give me a second now to translate what you just said in short. Οπότε, παιδιά μας λέει, η Νικολέτα στην ουσία δεν ήθελε καθόλου να ασχοληθεί με τη γυμναστική, έδωσε μια ευκαιρία και πίεσε λίγο τον εαυτό της. Όχι λίγο, αρκετά βασικά. Πίεσε τον εαυτό της ειδικά τον πρώτο μήνα και λέει: θα δοκιμάσω και δεύτερο. θα πάω και για τον τρίτο, ενώ που έλεγε ότι θα δοκιμάσω ένα μήνα το πρόγραμμα του Μάριο και μετά είμαι σίγουρη θα τα παρατηρήσω. Αυτό έλεγε. Οπότε στην ουσία πίεσε και δεύτερο μήνα και τρίτο και φτάσαμε στον πέμπτο μήνα, όπου ξυπνούσε το πρωί και λέει: πότε θα κάνω προπόνηση, πότε είναι καινούργιο το επόμενο μου πρόγραμμα. Που ήταν τόσο ενθουσιασμένη πότε θα γυμναστεί, γιατί αυτό άλλαξε. Είναι πραγματικά το ωφέλη στην υγεία τη ότι το πρόβλημα κυκλοφορία που υπήρχε πλέον είναι πολύ πιο ελεγχόμενο. Συγγνώμη. Επίσης, το θέμα του αυτοάνωσου έχει βελτιωθεί σε πολύ μεγάλο βαθμό, μέχρι που οι γιατροί της είπαν ότι κάτι άλλαξε σε εσύ, γι' αυτό έχει βελτιωθεί πάρα πολύ. Οπότε στην ουσία έδωσε μια ευκαιρία στον εαυτό τη να καταστρέψει την τουριστική πεποίθηση που είχε ότι ξέρεις, δεν μου αρέσει η γυμναστική, δεν μου αρέσει ποτέ. Οπότε τώρα έχει αλλάξει όλο αυτό, έχει μεταμορφωθεί, γιατί πραγματικά έδωσε την ευκαιρία και συνέχισε να επιμένει στην πορεία. Και αυτό που λέει είναι ότι δεν υπάρχει περίπτωση να το παρατήσω, γιατί απλά μόνο και μόνο ξέρω πόσο καλό μου κάνει. Είναι σαν να πηγαίνω πίσω στη παλιά μου συνήθεια, στην παλιά μου Νικολέτα, η οποία δεν μου ταιριάζει εμένα πλέον. Οπότε αυτό μας έχει πει στην ουσία. So, Nicoleta, actually, because your story inspires many people, because many times they say, I have tried everything for losing weight. I have actually exercised, I didn't like it. I cannot stick to a workout program, for example. And actually, what kind of limiting beliefs, apart sorry, from saying, actually, I don't have time. Well, actually, no, you didn't say I don't have time to exercise. You said, I don't like exercising. What kind of other beliefs you said to yourself? For example, the nutrition. I have tried everything, for example. Just feel free to share, because I know many people actually have this in their minds. And this is what we have done together. Is I placed you in a position that you need to doubt your self-limiting beliefs and then destroy them one by one. So feel free to share.
As I said, I've always been on a diet almost all my life, and it bothers me because you have to follow some steps and so on. And you came and showed me this way that you can eat absolutely whatever you wish. Whatever you wish, it's not a problem. I was thinking, yeah, really, shall I eat whatever I want to? But then you nicely explained you can have as long as you don't step over an amount of calories. Of course, you need to put a little bit of effort in, count them a little, but after a while it gets so easy that it's not noticeable anymore that you have to put the effort into to count the calories and macronutrients and so on. So for the last 2 years, I don't feel like I'm on a diet anymore. I just have a normal life. I can go out. I can attend whatever event without thinking, oh, what am I going to eat here? Or people will think that I'm a freak because I refuse that and that and that. No, so that's another thing. You being there day by day, I send you my food, and we both adjust the things that we need to adjust. And of course, it's a little bit of effort from both sides for the client as well, but you can't do anything without a little bit of effort, of course. So that was one limited belief that I have. If you want to lose weight, you need to be on a diet.
And restrict.
Even the word, like now, you don't have to. And about sports, I had this big, huge limited belief that I will never do it. That I will never do it. It's not possible. At my age, it's not possible. With my health issues, it's not possible because I'm busy. It's not possible because I don't like it. So many limited beliefs, which step by step I destroyed them together with you, obviously. Being busy, the program, particularly at the beginning, it was not long. You have no excuse because everybody's scrolling through their phone more than 20 minutes. Everybody does that. Even busy moms, even hardworking people, they do find 20 minutes to check all the feeds on the phone. So that's not a reason. That's completely not a reason to start something because you're busy. Because you don't like it. Do you like to go to work every day? No, you don't, but you're still going. You're still going. So, and then make yourself a priority, because if you're not good, particularly as a woman in the house, if you're not well, almost nobody is well. If you don't have enough energy, you're starting to be grumpy, you're starting to be moody. So it affects all your life somehow. So I destroyed that belief also that it's not possible for me. look, it's possible. It is completely possible. Then I also had a sort of belief that I can't even explain properly. I have to share the videos with you, so you correct them, you guide me, you teach me. So I had this sort of limited belief. How am I going to show my whole body in front of a stranger? How am I going to sweat in front of a stranger? How am I going to work out in a different position? It's something normal and natural, and I never ever felt uncomfortable with you. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. I never ever felt like you're judging me. I never ever felt that you're looking in a certain way to feel embarrassed or something like this. So this is being professional, and you are one. Obviously, you are one. You are one. That's a great thing. Great thing. Because sometimes people go to the gym and the trainer or the people there are looking and they give up because of this. They give up. Many of people give up because they feel uncomfortable. They feel like it's not their place there. So they give up. So it was not the case here, and that I appreciate a lot, a lot.
Thank you so much for your kind words. This is how I work. By the way, Rose joined and said the best. He's the best. Thank you so much, Rose. She says that all the time, by the way.
He is, yes.
So
he's
actually,
one of your clients.
Exactly. So one important thing I would like to mention here, what did you say about the self-limiting beliefs? We actually end up to the same conclusion, like it's about priorities. So if you don't like, because you made health your priority, that's why you actually, and many people saw that when I shared the picture you sent me over, like you have been healthier and stronger than you wish to be in your 20s, 30s.
That's absolutely right. I have never been so healthy and strong as I am now. All jokes aside, or how to say it, no, when I was 20, I was not as strong as I am now. I'm sure I was not 30, not ever. I was, at some point in my life, I had less kilograms on the scale, but was still sick and still out of breath and still not able to do many things. So that's even if I'm 46, so age is just a number. You don't put it that an obstacle of you. I believe I can compete with someone who is not as fit as I am now, and they are 20 or 30.
Yeah, but the thing is, you feel so good that you can actually conquer each day with your daily task with the workout. So just give me an example so people can understand. What time do you wake up and what time do you exercise?
So I wake up generally around 6 o'clock because before working out, I have other sort of routines that we together put them into my daily routine. First thought of the morning, I meditate a little bit, and I am very grateful for every good thing that happens in my life. No matter what, we all have something to be grateful. First of all, you wake up. Many didn't that morning. You wake up, you can see, you can walk, you can feel yourself. That's just fantastic. So I think about all the things that I'm grateful for, and I share this also. I go in the bathroom, brush my teeth, and look in the mirror, and I tell myself that I love myself, and I accept myself as I am, and I know that I can be every day a better version to myself, and this day is another day that adds up to my better version. So I do this also. And then I have my coffee. There's no life without coffee. People should know.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. And around 8 or 8:30, I do workout.
Okay. So this actually.
And as I live in the countryside, I have some things to do prior to that. But I like working out in the morning. Sometimes it happens that I do it in the afternoon, rarely, but if it's really something important that I have to do in the morning, nobody says, no, Mario doesn't say, you have to work out just in the morning. No, it's up to me. That works for me. So sometimes rarely I do work out in the afternoon, but I like working out in the morning. If I skip one workout, again, which rarely happens, I don't feel something is missing. I don't feel complete. I'm supposed to do something. Something is missing.
Part of your lifestyle. I mean, you realize something, a part of me is missing, right?
And I can truly say that I will probably never stop. One way or other, I will always exercise. I've seen the benefits of it, so no way I will stop.
And the beautiful thing here is that it's just from actually putting your self-limiting beliefs into a test. So by actually doubting them, you express the best version of yourself and you keep going. That's beautiful. So I wanted to share, because this is actually a common thing I face with many times with many people, even not in my clients and some of my clients. Like, what are the struggles you have faced for eating healthy, for working out? Like, what kind of struggles you have faced and how you overcame them to follow a healthy, sustainable habits, working out and eating healthy?
Struggles about nutrition, you mean?
Of exercise as well.
As you know, I need to hit some certain macronutrients like the protein and the fat and the carbohydrates, and sometimes I do struggle to meet them. I'm not getting over the calories. That's not a struggle, but to find a way to have all the macronutrients in, because these things also add to my health besides sport. So I'm doing my best.
I mean, in general, for example, in the beginning, you didn't have days that you didn't like to exercise. What did you say to yourself so you can keep doing that, for example?
What did I say to myself? It's motivation comes and go. You don't rely on it. You don't rely on motivation, but I am disciplined enough, and I kept on telling to myself that no matter if it's cold, if it's rainy, if I don't feel like it, if I don't want to, if my cat is sick or whatever, I'm still doing it. I'm not negotiating my workouts now. Not at all.
How did you make this one? This is what people want to hear. How did you manage to make that? To say that your exercise is not negotiable for me. This is a must thing to do.
I think it has to do with every individual, but I built this kind of discipline. I just want to do it, and I need to do it. I don't want always to do it. If I'm not feeling uncomfortable sometimes, not comfortable sometimes, or I'm feeling a little bit sick or whatever it is, I just put my shoes on. The moment you put your shoes on, it's done. It's done. And doesn't matter who calls you, doesn't matter, as I said, if you're feeling well or not, you just go and do it. Unless you're on a hospital bed or you have high temperature, you go and work out. That's it. That's it. There's no other way that you stop. As I said, if you broke a bone on your leg, you can still work out with your hands. That's not a problem. I had problems at some point. Do you remember that I had a back problem at some point?
Yes.
And I was still living with my arms. So you taught me some exercises that I can do seated, and I move my arms, and that's still the fact that I'm showing up no matter what. No matter.
Exactly.
Because you are going to be grateful for it after you do it. You're going to be happy you did it. You did it.
So actually, the thing here is that even if you didn't feel like to, which happens from time to time, you're still going to say, I'm not going to negotiate with your mind, I'm still going. That's it.
That's it. Yes, you're not negotiating with your thoughts, with the devil that is telling you not to do it for the day. You just put your shoes on, get your dumbbells ready and do it. It's going to feel hard and difficult and unpleasant for the first 10 minutes maybe, but then when you warm up, it's like you're unstoppable. Like you're unstoppable.
I get a complete transformation happening at the time.
I'm telling you many times, I didn't quite feel like doing it today, but at the end of the program for the day, I felt like I could do more. I wanted to do more. You remember?
Just in your mind, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's all about your mind. All about your mind.
So hold a little bit, I need to translate a lot of things now in Greek language. Αυτό που θέλω να πει η Nicoleta είναι στην ουσία ότι έκανε μη διαπραγματεύσει με τη συνήθεια της γυμναστικής. Δηλαδή, πολλές φορές ξυπνούσε και λέει: Δεν θέλω να την κάνω, δεν μπορώ να την αντέχω, όμως έβαζε τα παπούτσια και άρχιζε. Και ένιωθε πάντα πολύ καλύτερα στο τέλος της γυμναστικής από ό,τι στην αρχή. Οπότε έλεγε: Σίγουρα το μετάκοσα που το έχω κάνει. Οπότε ήταν και σε θέση και να είναι πιο παραγωγική στη δουλειά της, αλλά και να είναι πιο θετική στην υπόλοιπη καθημερινότητά της. Οπότε, περιοριστικές πεποιθήσεις οι οποίες την εμπόδιζαν να συνεχίσει αυτές τις συνήθειες, τις έσπρωχνε προς τα εμπρός, προκειμένου με αυτόν τον τρόπο να μπορέσει να χτίσει συνήθειες. Γι' αυτό ανέφερε και πριν ότι στην ουσία το κίνητρο πάει και έρχεται. Το κίνητρο δεν μπορεί να βασιστεί στο κίνητρο για να χτίσει συνήθειες. Το κίνητρο μπορεί να σε βοηθήσει να ξεκινήσεις, αλλά η συνήθεια θα σε σπρώχνει εκεί που δεν το νιώθεις. Και εκεί είναι πραγματικά που φαίνεται η πραγματική δουλειά. Εκεί που δεν θέλεις να κάνεις την πραγματική, εκεί που είσαι κουρασμένος. Και εσύ συνεχίζεις να σπρώχνεις, εκεί χτίζονται τα αποτελέσματα και οι συνήθειες. Και επίσης είχε αναφέρει πριν ότι μέσα από τη δική μου καθοδήγηση κατάφερε να μην νιώθει άβολα. Οπότε στην αρχή ήταν δύσκολο να μου στέλνει βίντεο για να μπορέσω να την καθοδηγήσω κατάλληλα. Με αποτέλεσμα στην ουσία να διστάσει να το κάνει, αλλά κατάλαβα ότι πλέον τη βγαίνει τόσο εύκολα, γιατί βλέπει ότι είναι καθαρά η διόρθωση. Ποτέ δεν την είχα προσβάλει, ξέρει ότι την υποστήριζα και το κάνω ακόμη εννοείται. Οπότε στην ουσία αυτό που καταφέραμε μαζί είναι ότι νιώθει άνετα με το σώμα τη, δεν έχει κανένα πρόβλημα να βγει στο φακό πλέον. Οπότε με αυτόν τον τρόπο έχει βγει έξω από περιοριστικές πεποιθήσεις, νιώθει πιο μεγαλύτερη αυτοπεποίθηση για τον εαυτό τη και γι' αυτό επιδιώκει να κάνει όλο και περισσότερα. Πετυχαίνουμε μαζί ως ομάδα που δουλεύουμε. Οπότε αυτό προσδίδει μεγαλύτερη ακόμη αυτοπεποίθηση και πετυχαίνουμε ακόμη περισσότερα αποτελέσματα. So, Nicoleta, actually, the next thing I would like you to tell us is actually, as many people say, okay, I'm busy, I have this and stuff like that. And some people actually, they reach their goals and they say, okay, I'm happy now, and they stop, for example. And after a year or maybe less, you see these people actually gaining the weight or even actually stopping to exercise right in there. So what kind of thing made you to stay committed in that case and actually keep going for more? Because I will now tell to the audience that not only we have lost 13 kilos and still going, is that we actually reached some point that we gained muscle. So that means we have been eating more food. And let me tell you that Nicoleta was not hesitant to eat more food. Like she wasn't afraid to gain the weight because I taught her the way to actually stay on track without following a diet. And when I say to her, don't be afraid to gain some weight, I'm not afraid at all. Let's do it. This is what she said. So that's why she feels way much stronger now, because we reached up to a point so she can gain some muscle. So her metabolism will work even better. And therefore, we're actually dropping down the calories at this point so we can keep losing more. So tell me more about it.
Well, during my life, it happened many times that I lost 10, 20 kilos, even 30 at some point. And mind you, I gained all back because I stopped doing what I was doing. It was not something that I could sustain. As I said, it was a diet. I followed the diet a year, 6 months, something, lost the weight, and then I was happy and forgot about it. Went back to the normal eating, and obviously I gained back. And this leaves some sort of marks: gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. Not in this case. I lost the 13 kilos on the first year together and built some muscles. And then you told me, let's go for hypertrophy. And you said you're gonna eat more, you might gain some weight, but I was not afraid. It was the first time in my life somehow that I was not afraid to gain weight. I already felt way stronger after a long period of working out, so I simply knew that that food is going to add up to my muscles more than my fat. And another thing is that you never focus on the scale. Many people focus on the scale, like a number in the morning can ruin their day. Yes?
Exactly.
And I was thinking, you never asked me about, just sometimes at the beginning, and about how many kilos and what's up and so on. You only asked about water retention, if I'm good on that if I'm feeling bloated, but not the number on the scale, which is also fantastic. That's just a number. It's how you feel and how you look that matters. So this time was, as I said, the first time in my life that I was not afraid to gain some weight, because I know it's in a healthy way, it's in a controlled way, and I know you have my back there, and we are going to lose it back. So now we are in the process of it. So I completely trust you, and this is the first time again in my life, many first times, the first time in my life when I completely trust somebody to back me up with these things, with the diet and the workout. So how do I stay committed? It's just a mindset, and you pushing me so many times, many times. If I'm saying I don't feel like, or I sometimes mess a little bit my food, you're there to explain and to put me back on track. That's it. That's it. From all point of views, nutritional, sports, and the mindset that we need to have. Stay positive, insist on the positive affirmations. So it became a habit. After so many months, it really became a habit that I absolutely love now, and it's changed my life. So I would never believe that would happen.
Awesome. I love this one.
It's you in the back, and of course myself.
Of course, I got you. You know me.
Yeah.
Actually,
I say that I got you. That all somebody needs to hear, like somehow.
Exactly. And I mean, I admire so much the fact that you tried so many things, and even this time you said, okay, I'm gonna give it a go still. That tells me how much of importance it was losing the weight and keeping it off. And another thing is that I showed you the way actually that when you lose your weight, you're gonna be exposed to new abilities that you didn't know that have been existed. Gaining muscle, getting stronger. Now you can see your muscles, for example. So it's getting stronger and stronger. Thank you, Christina, for your kind words. And actually, by doing that, is actually that I do believe that many people stop because they don't actually explore their full potential. And this is what we're doing together. So that's why you're here actually, and you go for the next milestone together with me, because you know there are always some new rich heights to reach. That's why. So I do remember that was a long time, not a long time ago, but we have completed 100 workouts, and it was like such a huge feat. Like you didn't even believe that I did 100 workouts. Come on, wait.
100 forms. It was 100 forms that we completed. The workouts we have many more.
That's true. Because actually you have been in a different way until you get to the platform. That's true. Yes, so it was much more actually, many more.
Like 2 years every day. That's about it.
Yeah. And something important I would like to ask you about, because many people have been trying over and over again, like what's going to be, like, what was your mindset or your thoughts when you tried so many different diets and see that it didn't work, to go for that another one to get into my program? Like, what have you been telling to yourself? What kind of self-limiting beliefs? Actually, it was self-limiting beliefs we have in this one, but what was the conversation you have in yourself? Like, okay, do I have the psychological strength to try again, for example?
I just couldn't accept that that's it for me. It couldn't be it for me. I didn't want to say, oh, well, I'm soon 50, so that's it. That's probably how it feels to be soon 50. Just leave it there. I couldn't accept it because I want to be able to walk and teach and play and do my house chores till I'm 90. So that made me search, and I just couldn't ever accept that that's it for me. Even if people around you, like family or friends, they try to say, you look good, you're a little bit chubby, that's fine, that's how you have always been. Really, no. No, not really. And also many people around me, probably it happens to other clients of yours, they try to drag you down somehow. Come on, don't work out today, we're going there. Come on, don't do that, we have other things to do in the morning. Just don't listen. Make yourself the priority and keep on repeating to yourself that you are important, and just go for it. Do not listen to other people trying to drag you. Do not listen to people who are going to tell you, I can't see your body muscles now that you're working out. They don't need to see, you need to feel it. That's the first step. That's the first step. Even it sounds a little bit like faith, but keep on repeating to yourself, you're good, you can do it, you will do it. Like I I will, never can stop me. Just repeat it until it's true.
So I totally get what you're saying. Actually, you have actually silenced the outer voices. This is what you have done.
Yeah,
Exactly. I know your background. I mean, I know, as we have many times talked about it, like your environment is not supporting you, but still you're laser focused there that, okay, I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't care if you judge me. I don't mind doing that, but I'm going to get there. So actually, basically, if we can put all these things together, is we have many struggles and many obstacles to lose the weight. Like, it's actually the people around us that actually say, don't work out for today, or I cannot see the results that you're putting in the work. Why are you doing that, for example? But the one thing that is important to understand here is not all the outside voice, but you need to silence this one too. It's the inner voice, like you said.
Exactly. And the inner voice, you can control it. That's the good part about it. You can totally control your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You control your thoughts. You decide which thoughts you should think. Like, if you want to be sad and depressed and go to foods, to comfort, you can control this. You can definitely control. It's that 1 second when you decide not to reach for that piece of cake or whatever you want to eat. And doing this repeatedly, it will create a habit. And after you have the habit, it's way easier. But as I said, you need to put a little bit of effort in. It's not just coming to you. You need to work towards it. So if I could, at my age, what about young guys, 20, 30? Why wouldn't they be able to do it? Of course they can. Just need a little bit of effort and someone to push them from behind.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want a personal trainer, let's say like this, maybe you don't want to, or you don't feel comfortable as a beginning, from the beginning, but start doing something and then seek for help. Because if you start working out, I believe so, if you start working out like a blind person in a dark room, doing 2 bicep curls, doing 2 push-ups, without a program, without something to follow and someone to know all your muscles and how it's done, you're not going to get results. I know that. You're not going to get results. You need a program to follow and to someone who knows what you're doing there, to guide you, someone to guide you.
Structure, actually.
People at the gym, you can see we have a gym also here, as I said. They're just going there working out like crazy, and you can't see big results because then I'm not sure.
There's no structure, there's no plan, actually.
It's not controlled. It's not controlled, and it's not how it's supposed to do. And they start complaining, I don't see results, so I'm not going to gym anymore.
Yeah. So now, actually, I really love the fact that your mindset actually was open to receive new ideas, new informations. And one important thing I would like to inform the audience is that this tells us that your standards have been always high, always. So you don't want to settle for anything less that you can become, you give. So you said to yourself, I know I can give more to my kids, to my loved ones, so I must find a way. So this is happened actually. And that's why you told me you are forever grateful for your kids teaching you the TikTok. That's why we have contacted each other and started working together. So actually, Nicoleta, in closing of today's live, I would like you to share a message with your web, like what was really you keep saying to yourself in the times you didn't want to love your food, you didn't want to follow the meal plan, you didn't want to exercise. What kept you there? What was your why to keep moving forward to reach the target?
My why is always there for my kids, for my children. That's the first why. I absolutely love them. I absolutely love my job. And the first why is that I want to get stronger because of my kids, because I can offer them more, I can influence their lives, impact their lives in this way. Now, as you know, I have the equipment in this room and they are always seeing that, and they, in their little minds, they are thinking, I'm going to do this also when I'm a little bit older.
Yes.
If one child from all of them starts working out when he's a little bit older, that's a great achievement even, you know. So you need to show as a role model, give good example, and so on. So my first why was because of my job. Secondly, of course, because of my health and to offer more to my family. As I said, if I'm not okay, nobody is okay in the family. If I'm not okay and I go to bed, let's say because I'm not feeling sick, everybody's like, what shall we do now? You know, so that's an important why also. And obviously for myself, I do have high standards. I do want to become a better version of myself daily. I do have high expectations from myself, should I say. First of all, or not necessarily only about sports, but mainly because it keeps my body in a good shape. But from our point of view, I know I can be better. I know I can go for more. So the thing that would stop me is only my mind, only my mind. Good part, I can control my mind. Maybe not completely just yet, but I'm working towards it. So that's it.
Yeah, basically, you're telling me that the improvement is what keeps you going and makes you happy, because you know you are actually hungry for more, because you know you can achieve your heights. That's why.
That's in whatever a person can do if they focus on it. If they focus on it, you need to probably read a little bit more, probably search for someone to help you, probably listen to podcasts or whatever makes you happy or makes you feel pleasant into the process of doing it. Just search for it. Don't just exist and scroll through your phone. Just go for more. I know you can. I trust people generally. So if I could, you can also. I completely believe so. When you speak like this and you tell people, come on, let's do it, they see it as a sort of cliche. I heard this before, I've read this before, but it's actually true. You can go for more. You can become a better version of yourself every single day, every single day.
Exactly. Actually, let me translate it here a bit about all we said, because we said a lot. Αυτό που λέει η Νικολέτα τώρα, παιδιά, είναι στην ουσία ότι αυτό που την όθησε να συνεχίσει την πορεία της για να χάσει τα 13 κιλά ήταν, πέρα από τη δική μου καθοδήγηση, είναι ότι πάντα, να το πω, ήταν πεινασμένη στο να πετυχαίνει περισσότερο, γιατί ξέρει ότι αξίζει περισσότερα. Τα παιδιά τα οποία διδάσκει είναι ο λόγος, αλλά και η οικογένειά της, που θέλει να πετυχαίνει όλο και περισσότερο, γιατί ξέρει ότι με αυτόν τον τρόπο τους δίνει όλο και περισσότερα. Για παράδειγμα, με τα μικρά παιδιά τώρα μπορεί να παίζει, να σκύψει, να τα σηκώσει και το καθεξής. Και το γεγονός ότι τα παιδιά έρχονται να τους κάνει μαζί, γιατί διδάσκει αγγλικά η Νικολέτα στη Ρουμανία, βλέπουν τα παράγια, οπότε αυτό επηρεάζει θετικά τα παιδιά. Γιατί λέει για μένα είναι επιτυχία, αυτό μας λέει ένα παιδί να ασχοληθεί με την άσκηση μεγαλώνοντας, λέγοντας αυτά, για να αναπτύξει υγιεινές συνήθειες. Το άλλο που μας έχει πει είναι ότι όλοι έχουμε 20 λεπτά μέσα στη μέρα. Θα κάνουμε scroll στο κινητό. Οπότε γιατί να τα αφιερώσω εκεί πέρα και να μην πάω να γυμναστώ, ή να ακούσω μια ομιλία που θα με σπρώξει να γίνω καλύτερος. So, Nicoleta, actually, what's your message? Actually, before we go to the message, I want to say one thing before the last one. I know if I'm allowed to actually share, actually, you're going to do that actually if you want to. Like, what's your purpose that actually caused you to say, I'm doing this for my kids, for my family? Like, why do you value the books so much, for example? So I do know this story, so you need to share this with you, if you don't mind, of course.
So as I said, I'm Romanian. I grew in Romania under the communism rules. Many of you might know that we have a communist president and the rules were very, very strict. We had no food, no light, no heat, nothing. what kept me going were the books. Meaning, whenever I was reading, I could picture myself as the main character in the book. The people who read, they do know what that means. It was just for a little while I could be in my dream. So I started to read very early and read hundreds of books just to feel better about the life in general, just to forget that we are hungry, just um, to forget about everything, to make life a little bit easier during those very, very difficult times. So I also started to learn foreign languages because my father insisted on this in particular. He kept on saying that it's a way to see the world, to get more knowledge, not only from Romanian people, which is actually true. So growing up like this, I became a teacher because I wanted to spread the knowledge, to teach the children that it's so important to read. It is so important to have knowledge and to try to search for more wherever you can. Nowadays, the children, they don't read so much anymore, but I'm trying my best to make them do it, and not in a classical way, just read a book because you have to. Read it and imagine the wonderful things that you are reading. Read it and use it in your life somehow. I'm sure at some point they will help. I know they helped me, even with the sports, if I can connect it to somehow. Reading, it developed my abilities. I mean, I knew that I can do more for myself because of the books. I'm not sure it makes any sense, but once you read a lot, you become a little bit more smarter, maybe.
You expand
Open-minded. Your universe, it's larger like this. So that kept me going and didn't let me settle for less. I knew I could do more, and I had to do more for myself. So that's about it.
Perfect. That's so beautiful, actually. And actually, I don't know, many of us cannot even imagine how easy to live being in a country that didn't have any electricity for I don't know how long, or even sometimes you didn't have the food because the Soviet Union was so strict. So we can even imagine how was it actually. So that's another credit that we can give you about growing up there. But the adversity drove you to the books, and the books actually made you decide that yes, I deserve more and I will go after it, because actually you have been reading to other people's stories that actually save you for decades of actually thinking differently. How about did you read in the book?
Saved me from going on a wrong path. Many children did. It's easy to go to alcohol or to drugs or to whatever other bad things that would be no helpful in life, obviously. So it saved me from many bad things as well.
That's actually beautiful, because you use the books and now you want to give back to the children who are
teaching. I definitely want to give back what I've learned. But with nowadays they want it a little bit different, so I'm trying to adjust and to teach my students in a different way, not literally from the book.
Yeah. Actually, no, in the life way, not the typical way that you learn on your own. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a little bit of translation. Αυτό μας λέει η Nicoleta, παιδιά, τώρα είναι στην ουσία ότι ο λόγος ο οποίος έχει το μυαλό, δηλαδή έχει μάθει, εκπαιδεύσει τον εαυτό της να ζητάει περισσότερα για να μην εφησυχάζεται για λιγότερο που αξίζει, είναι στην ουσία ότι μεγαλώνοντας στη Ρουμανία, όπου τον καιρό της Σοβιετικής Ένωσης, εκεί είχαν πολλά σοβαρά προβλήματα, όπως καθόλου ρεύμα, πείνα και ούτω καθεξής, περιορισμούς. Οπότε τα βιβλία ήταν ο τρόπος να ξεφύγει. Αλλά αυτό της είχε καλλιεργήσει το μυαλό να μάθει να ζητάει περισσότερα. Οπότε ο σκοπός της είναι να διδάσκοντας αυτά τα παιδιά, τους δίνει στην ουσία ότι έμαθε, όχι με τον τρόπο το κλασικό κλπ., αλλά με τον τρόπο του να τους μάθω πράγματα της ζωής, έτσι ώστε να είναι έτοιμοι για την κοινωνία, όχι μόνο για τα βιβλία και για τις εξετάσεις. Οπότε στην ουσία αυτό ήταν το γιατί την έκανε να θέλει να κάνει κάτι, ήταν ο σκοπός της. Οπότε αυτό από τη δική μου μεριά έχω να σας πω ότι βρείτε πραγματικά γιατί θέλετε να χάσετε το βάρος. Τι θα αλλάξει στη ζωή σας. Τι θα γίνει διαφορετικά αυτή τη φορά. Για να τι θέλετε να το χάσετε το βάρος. Αυτό θα σας κρατάει εκεί. Αυτό θα σας δίνει την όθηση να συνεχίσετε την πορεία σας, να πετύχετε τους στόχους σας και να δώσετε το 100% στους ανθρώπους που αγαπάτε. So Nicoleta, it was really beautiful message because, as I told you, many of us cannot really relate to how was it in the Soviet Union back in the days. So that was your way actually of not only escaping, but using the challenge to go through. So that was really amazing actually, what you shared with us. And the last thing I would like you to actually share actually, if you can give a message or an advice to the people or even the busy moms usually what I'm working with, what will be the message to them so they can start changing their lives despite, because many of them have tried many different diets, restricted ones usually. They didn't see the results they wanted and they get disappointed. And they actually, these drugs them really psychologically. What your advice will be to these kind of people?
Number one advice is don't ever give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. If you didn't find the way so far, it doesn't mean that there's no way. It is a way. Keep on searching. Reach out for help. Make yourself a priority for yourself and for your children. If you're a busy mom, it's compulsory, it's necessary to make yourself a priority. Because if you're not strong enough, you cannot offer to your family the strength they need, the love they need, the attention they need. So it goes this way. If you're not well, they are not well. So please make yourself a priority. Whatever age you are, whatever busy you think you are, whatever impossible you think you are, just start. 1 day, 2 days, just start. A long journey starts with the first steps, as we all know. So just start, reach out for help. If I couldn't help any of you or Mario could help, I know we would do it. So just reach for help, please. Secondly, if you started something, don't think it's not working on a first month. Don't do this mistake. Keep on going. You're still ahead compared to the one that didn't start anything. So motivation comes and goes, and I said, form some habits. You can mess it up sometimes. You will mess it up sometimes. It's not going to be perfect. That's another thing that I've learned from you, yes? It's not perfection. We don't want perfection. We want consistency, day by day. Show up. If you didn't give the best to this workout, or your nutrition was not to the point today, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Don't scold yourself. Don't be angry with yourself for not doing it. Just move on. Move on. And even if it sounds fake, keep on telling to yourself, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'm important. I'm a priority. And you will be. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Amazing. So beautiful that you share with us, because these are beautiful messages that people need to hear in order to stay on track with their goals. So it's actually, don't give up, but especially with the busy moms, make yourself a priority, because this is what I say them many times. If you are okay giving to your children, to your family, the 20% of you and not the 100%, then I'm done with it. So you really want to actually give the 100% of you to your family. So how can you do that if you don't feel that you are best, with your highest confidence, with feeling healthy and energetic as ever? How can you do that, right?
Exactly. If you can't work out every single day, start with once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. You build it up from there. But start doing something. That's the point. Do something about it. Don't just exist. Don't think it's impossible. It is possible for every human being on earth. I've seen many people in wheelchairs who are working out. I have seen people, one hand, one leg, you name it, blind people, deaf people, whatever they are, they have the will to start doing something. Don't just complain and believe that it's not possible. That won't lead you anywhere. And it will get worse if you don't start doing something.
That's true. Excuses won't get us anywhere at the end of the day.
Exactly. Do something. A little bit of something will get you started. And after a week, 2 weeks, you will see that you will have some more motivation as you go on, and you will start to feel different. You will start to see some results in a while, and that's motivation. And then you keep on going. I promise you.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that. So let me just give me a minute to actually translate. Η συμβουλή της Νικολέτας σε όλους εμάς είναι ότι βάλτε τον εαυτό σας ως προτεραιότητα. Ειδικά για τις μαμάδες, αν δεν βάλετε τον εαυτό σας ως προτεραιότητα, θα δίνετε όλο και λιγότερο στην οικογένειά σας. Αν μια μητέρα δεν έχει την αυτοπεποίθηση, την ενέργεια που θέλει, τότε πώς μπορεί να βοηθήσει την οικογένειά της το 100%. Επίσης, μην τα παρατάτε ποτέ, αυτό μας λέει. Μία μέθοδος που δουλεύεις πάνω της δεν δουλεύει, ωραία, προσθείτε βοήθεια. Θα βρεις, θα δεις ότι αν αυτός ο τρόπος δεν σου δουλεύει, σίγουρα υπάρχει κάποιος άλλος που δουλεύει για σένα, απλά δεν τον έχεις βρει ακόμη. Οπότε μην σταματάς ποτέ να συνεχίσεις την πορεία σου. Και μην περιμένεις αποτελέσματα από την αρχή, αυτό μας λέει, ή από τις πρώτες 2 εβδομάδες. Μπορεί να δεις όμως, απλά πρέπει να συνεχίσεις την πορεία. Σπρώξε. Και θα φτάσεις εκεί που θέλεις. So, Nicoleta, actually, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful, journey of yours and telling us your story. Because, so go ahead, sorry.
And it goes on.
That's true. That's true. Actually, thank you so much for sharing this message. I know you will inspire many people. Many people have been in your place. They know maybe they are even right now. So you're giving them the push they need to start doing something for themselves and make themselves a priority. And I can say that your background seems to really struggle with one, but you get something really beautiful out of it. So that tells us that it's about on us how we're going to use the challenges and turn them into opportunities instead of seeing them as obstacles and complaining all the time by giving excuses. I don't have the time. My past is like this. Then we must do what you actually done. Then do something about it. Stop complaining.
Yes, exactly. Do something. Complaining won't lead you anywhere. Anywhere. Exactly. It will only attract more bad things.
Yeah, actually getting more problems in.
More problems into your life. Just smile and do it.
Exactly. So actually, thank you also for actually giving us your true purpose, why you did that, sharing the message, how you actually achieved that, and of course for praising me. I appreciate that a lot. And I hope to see you next. Sorry?
I said you deserve it, of course.
Thank you so much. And I appreciate that you know that. And actually, I hope to see you in another live so we can share another stories and another things to get more and more people to be inspired, to actually start losing their weight, following their goals, and be the best version of themselves.
Yes, I am looking forward to it. If we can inspire at least one single person, that's still a huge win. But I know many people will start. I know many will start because they realize that it's important to start. First step. Let the first step be there.
And the most important thing, it's possible. There's no such a thing as impossible.
It's absolutely possible. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Exactly. Like in your case, look at you, right?
Yes, as I said, look at me and many other people. You have plenty other clients who can do it. Exactly. Who also did say it's not possible and so on, but now it is. It is.
Exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm so happy about our results, definitely, that we actually managed to share this beautiful message to the world. Now they know, it is possible. They need to keep going. They don't need to give up and make themselves a priority, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you so much again, Nicoleta, for joining.
You're welcome.
See you in the next workout now. Yeah, let's carry on our actually transformation to keep going for more. Thank you again for sharing your message, and let's talk to organize another live in the future.
All right, see you, and guys, just started.
Exactly, make the first step.
Yes, first step, very important.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining today's live, and see you on the next one. Thank you again, Nicoleta, and see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.